Hello, hello. Welcome to this episode of the Hello, Hello podcast. I am your host, Alyssa Rogers. So excited about this episode because I am sitting here with Anthony and Marva Womack, Chucky's barbecue. Yes, hey. Look at the trophies, look at the hats, look at the swag, look at all of this. I mean, I am telling you what, I have been talking to Anthony for probably 2 years now.
Yes.
About coming on this podcast. I'm like, you need to come on. And every time that I see you, you are at a barbecue competition and winning.
Hey, that's good.
And you also bring the energy. Okay. You bring so much energy to all of these competitions. Every time I go, you're like talking to people. You're like, hey, how's it going? Vote for us. I mean, you're bringing the vibes. And I just really appreciate you being here today to talk to everyone.
Well, we are thankful to be here. We are excited too. A little bit nervous.
A little nervous, yeah,
I think,
but we're excited.
Someone told me once before that nervous energy and anxiety or that type of energy is about the same.
Yes.
So we're excited. We're not nervous.
Yes, it's going to be good. And, you know, you are actually, if I can remember correctly, you're the first person that I've had on that has to do with food.
Okay.
So, I mean, I'm very excited about that because I'm very passionate about food and I love a good barbecue. Yeah. And you always have my fave. So I want to hear all about it, and I want everyone to learn your story about how you got into it. So let's start.
So first, I'd like to say I'm glad we're making history, that we are the first.
You are.
We were the first to win all the first place prizes at Factory Street Brewery, the first. And we're going to be, I do believe, the first team to go out to a KCBS tournament, which is Kansas City Barbecue Tournament in West Virginia. So we're making history.
Making history.
Making history.
And let's go back to, like, how did all of this get started? And everyone watching and listening right now, we are in this studio that's under construction. It is very hot in here, so if you see us, like, standing ourselves, but, like, y'all are used to this because you're behind the pit and all of that, but just so you know, letting y'all know. But I want to know, how did you get started?
So I initially got started with a small portable kitchen smoker called PK Grill. Mr. Leroy Hill, he was my lawnmower guy, and I went to get my lawnmower fixed, and he had it sitting in his yard. And so it just looked so good. It was different. It was vintage, it's antique. And so I asked him what it was, and so he told me it was a smoker that he got when he got out of Vietnam. So it was that old. And so I went home and didn't know what to do with it and started playing with it, practicing with it. And before you know it, I started developing some barbecue that tasted well. And so it grew from there.
Yeah.
and also, so my dad, he smokes meat. He's ribs. And so I think some of that stuff I just got in me.
Yes. Yeah. And so you kind of grew up like having just good food around all the time. Like, what makes you decide to go from knowing, like, okay, I'm a good cook, like I can do this, to like, I'm going to do this for the masses and I'm going to compete?
She could probably tell that story of how I would just try and give away food.
Well, what I will say is, for a long time, he would just cook stuff at home, and he would just call people like, I cooked some ribs, I cooked some pork, you want some? And he would just fix plates and just give it away. And I was like, is that really what we're doing? Just spending money to buy food to give it away? But that was just kind of getting our taste out there, and then having people give us feedback as far as, is this good, what I like, what I didn't like. And then that just kind of helped him tweak his taste, you know.
And so she works in a lab and does research and development. So that's my form of research and development.
Oh, I like that form. I like that form. And so so I know that you have certain recipes for the barbecue, and you're not going to tell because I'm sure they're secret. But do you change it up at all? Or do you like just have your go-to, like this works every time?
I mainly got my go-to.
Okay.
I change here and there, but not much.
Yeah.
Not much. And if I change it and I don't like it, then I go back. But there's not a lot of changing at this point.
Yeah.
What I am able to do is enhance on some things or some more stuff that I've learned since I'm able to go to quite a few different places.
Yeah.
And so I'm learning a lot when I visit other places and or if I take a class. I take classes too.
Okay, tell me about that.
So Tuffy Stone, I was able to take a class in Richmond last year, and he's on Pitmasters. And so it was just great to be in his class and with people like-minded. And I had just came off of a catering job, and I pushed it to go up there. I was tired, but it was worth it all. And so being there was so many little things that I learned that helped me take it to the next level. And so we was able to win chicken this year because of what I learned in his class. And it's strictly because of what I learned in his class. And so when I asked a few people or told a few people I was going, and they said the price, they complained about the price. And I was trying to let them know that this is an investment. This is going to help take us to the next level. And so even like going to this competition, this KCBS tournament, it's going to take us to a whole nother level. Just the things that we're going to see and what we're going to learn, and the people we're competing against, it's at least 30 people that's going to be there. At least 30. Last year they had 50. And so some of these people have won like the Grand Championships. They went to like the Jack Daniels and won. So they won some big tournaments.
Oh my gosh, how exciting. And what are the dates of that? When is that?
June the 12th through the 14th.
In West Virginia.
In West Virginia, Buckhannon, West Virginia.
Yes.
Next week.
I cannot wait for you. I can't wait to follow this journey. And I want to know, so what does it look like when you are preparing for a competition? How do you prepare for something like that? That's a lot of food. That's a lot of prep. Travel.
She laughed.
No, I'm
laughed.
waiting to hear your explanation.
So when we, because you asked earlier when we got started. So when we got started, a buddy of mine, which is Darwin Chandler, he's in charge of Dodge City BBQ, which he won last week at a tournament in Halifax.
Yep.
We started together and we started doing competitions together. And so we would just set certain things out that we would do at certain times. And you got to turn in the time your time boxes. So it's strategically done as far as the meats that you have to prepare. And when you put them on the smoker, how long you keep it on the smoker, the temperatures, everything. So it's not just you just cooking and here it is.
Right.
The briskets take at least 12 hours to smoke, but you got to trim them beforehand. If you don't trim them right, you mess it up. If you don't smoke it right, you mess it up. After you smoke it, while you're smoking it, when you're doing stuff, you can mess it up. If you don't allow it to rest, you can mess it up. After you finish, if you don't cut it right, you can mess it up. That's the brisket. And so people want to know why it costs so much.
Yeah.
It's a lot to it.
Yes.
It's a lot to it.
And then you're not just making brisket, you're making barbecue, you're making chicken, you're making all the things.
Yes.
And a lot of times you're doing this in the streets of places.
And you're selling. And so you're interacting with the crowd. And so now that's go time for me. I like the crowd.
I can tell. You bring the vibes.
I like the crowd. That's go time. And she wants to make sure we get the people's choice no matter where we go.
That is my favorite award to win, is the people's choice. Because if the people say it's good, then it's good. That's what you want. You want the people to say, you guys have the best barbecue. And that is partly him being the go guy, whatever, and the talk. But it's also the taste.
Yes.
So that's always important to me that, I want to win all these trophies because he wants to win all those. But I want people's choice.
And what's your favorite to win?
Them all.
I love it. I love it. And so
it was surprising, but
I was there at the award ceremony.
You was? I was wondering if you stayed.
I stayed, and I had to stay because I told you, I'm like, I really want to see this, and I want you to be on the podcast, and I'm voting for you, all the things. We're wearing the stickers, everything. That's cool. And my daughter's going around handing out stickers.
That's nice.
So, yes, we're big fans, but when I was at the award ceremony, I also noticed something else. And, you know, you have a lot of competitors that are there, and they've been going through the same process and staying up all night and making this happen. But they're also supportive.
Oh, we are.
They all cheer each other on. They're all excited for each other. And that really stood out to me.
Yeah.
It was very much like a community, like a family.
Yeah. So I think the biggest part of that is we know what it takes to do what we do. And so we appreciate each other's craft.
Yes.
Because it takes a lot to do it. And so we do build a nice camaraderie with each other. And we are supportive, even though we compete.
Yeah.
I want to say real quick, there's a young guy who won last week, Braylon Chandler. I think he's maybe going to the high school. He in the high school. He in the high school. And he won in our competition 3rd place. Last week he won 2nd place.
Wow.
And he's probably 16, I'll say, but he's coming. And so that just excites me just to see what he's doing, how he's going to develop from where he's at now. And so I'm sure that we'll push and give him little nuggets here and there.
Yeah.
He already said, his grandma said, his daddy said, and he said he coming for me. So so I'm excited. So I told him to come on,
Yes.
watch videos, put in the work, prepare, and I'll be glad to shake his hand when he wins, but I'm not going to give it to him.
Oh,
So that's the
love
competitive
it.
end, right?
Yes.
So.
And I mean, it takes a lot of people to make this happen. I mean, when I went to the competition and I'm trying everything, it's like a family environment. Like, it takes a lot of people to serve and do the ordering and everything. Tell us about that.
Well, yeah, it definitely takes a team. And I guess the biggest thing for us is everybody has a job, and do your job and do your job well.
Yeah.
And it'll flow better. So I usually take orders, so for me it's important that my line flows. I don't want people waiting a long time. I don't want people's orders to get messed up. So I take a lot of pride in, okay, let's get this order, let's get it straight. Let's not have people standing around waiting a long time to get what they need, what they ordered. So we have a good system, and we have a good team, I believe. And I think we get it done pretty well.
Yeah.
I don't think we have a lot of, you're watching the crowd, you don't want to see a lot of angry faces, like people, we're impatient, everything is fast paced these days. So we do try to, get it done and get it out.
And so most of the pitmasters will do the grunt work. And then afterwards, everybody come in the mornings or whenever, nice and rested and able to come in and do their job, and and it flows well, like you say, the serving line or however it go, because it does take work to do it. And so I'm glad that she helps. And we have a young guy who just graduated, Imran Brown, who helped me last time, and he did extremely well. And so we normally have good people that help us. So it's just a lot of support. It's a lot of love throughout it all. Just throughout it all, it's just a lot of love. And so that's what I like the most about it. Just the love that we're able to give and receive doing it all.
Yes, absolutely. And, when all of this started, did you really think that you would be here, today with trophies all around you and all of these places that you've been? I mean, is that what you set out to do, or do you still wonder, wow, this is amazing? Absolutely
not. I didn't think it would happen. And so even now, so we was already doing Dodge City Barbecue. We was helping out. And so we started doing Chucky's Barbecue, and we was having a meeting, myself, my wife, Darwin Chandler, his wife, Tanika, and I was telling them we got to hold on because this thing is about to take off. I could feel that. Now, I knew something was happening. I know God is doing something. I don't know what, but all I know is we got to hold on. And so just with, like I said, me being able to go to many places I've been able to go and do go, when I get home right often, I tell my wife, I'm just so amazed that I could be like in Montana or Wyoming or in New York and then just come back home, or in Texas, trying barbecue from Snow's Barbecue. And she's a 90-year-old pitmaster.
Really?
So, yes. She was 88 years old when we went down there. Now she's 90.
And she's still
wow.
cooking.
Check that out.
Check her
yes,
story
for
out.
sure.
Check that out.
Yeah.
Wow. And Marva, how does this feel for you, like to be along this journey? And are you staying up all night with the Pitmasters?
I usually do not stay up all night.
Okay.
Our very first competition, I tried, but I did not make it all night. So I slept a little while in the car. But if it's not a local, like the local ones, I don't even come down on the first day when they're cooking. I usually show up that next morning. Like you said, I'm the fresh face in the next morning, you know, ready to work. But yeah, I need to sleep.
I understand. And then what is it like at night when you all are there and I mean, it's a competition and it's like 2, 3, like what's going on at like 2, 3 in the morning?
People want to know what's going on at 2, 3 in the morning.
I do during one of these.
We working.
Yeah.
We working. But we still having fun. This time people was walking around passing out. Down there was passing out fish. Somebody was passing out banana pudding. This is like in the wee hours of the morning. I had some little chunks of burnt ends, some brisket. But we working. We cleaning our meat. We doing this. We keeping the fires going. We got music playing. Just whatever. You know, some people sleep, take a nap here and there, but we working. We are working, but we having fun.
And what do you do when sometimes things aren't going your way? Because you can tell, right? When it's just not working out, or for someone else, you could probably tell it's not working out for them. What do you do?
You work through it.
Yeah, you just kind of work through it.
So you
just hope for the best.
Yeah. So you deal with the elements, and that's one thing about smoking. You have to work through it. You gotta try to prepare for it, and you work through it. Sometimes when you see somebody struggling, you laugh. And sometimes you help them, but you might laugh and help them, because it's just part of it, But it's all about learning.
Yes.
Hey, you're gonna learn as with all life. Once you struggle, as you struggle through things, you learn. So.
You definitely learn, so you don't have that happen to you again.
Yes.
Or
So
I'll just say that.
it's part of it.
So. There are a lot of people out there that love to smoke meat. They love to do this. Not for the masses, right?
Yeah.
So what is one tip you can give everyone that if they went this weekend to make a brisket, what's your number one tip for someone?
Brisket, so I think with everything you do is gonna be what you start off with.
Okay.
So start off with something good.
Yes.
And you should, and you got a better chance of ending up with something good.
Okay.
That makes sense? Like you get
start
real
with
good
quality meat.
I like quality meat. I don't like cheap meat.
Okay. Where are you getting your meat from?
It varies.
Yeah. And do you research where to get it from and stuff?
That's part of research and development too.
Yes. Oh, so you may not want to tell us. Okay. We're not going to know, okay? So go get your brisket from somewhere, do your research, and you're not going to know. But how do they season this? Is there just some tip, when do you season or how long?
So watch videos.
Okay.
Watch videos. So I would say brisket. All I use is salt, pepper, garlic.
Okay.
That's it. I do some stuff beforehand.
Yeah.
I do some stuff on the backside of it, but salt, pepper, garlic. Make sure it's when you grab it that it's not stiff. When you picking it out, that it's flexible. That helps a lot.
Yeah.
Make sure you get your temperature while you cooking it, and you get your temperature right when you pull it off. I hang around 205 if my temperature pulling off. Some people do 190, 195. Some is at 210, but my sweet spot.
Play with it.
My sweet spot has been 205.
Let it rest. That's the biggest thing with brisket, I think, too.
Yeah.
Is letting it rest. Give it that rest time. Don't pull it off the smoker and try to cut it. That's craziness. Yeah, you gotta let it rest.
Barbecue too. If someone has a Boston butt in their fridge right now and they are looking to make it this weekend, what should they do? As a beginner, because I'm talking for myself. What do I do?
So as far as with the Boston butt, it's okay to season it well. Whatever seasons you like, it can take season. It need the flavor. But I like to wrap mine. I get them to 165, and I like to wrap them to kind of keep the moisture and stuff in there, so it don't dry out.
Yeah.
And I still pull it around 195, 200. Probably 200 is that number where the bone gonna come out. Make sure the bone come out. And you keep your juices, as much as your juices as possible.
And you just got to know that it's going to be an all-day process.
So take your time, enjoy it, relax, have fun with it. Don't rush it. That's the main thing. Just don't rush it, and just enjoy it. And that's what I just enjoy it. I enjoy lighting the fire.
Yeah.
That's like, I like that fire. I know something good is coming.
Yes, yes. And then you're just smelling it all day, all night. And I mean, of course you taste it, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So you know, and you're like, yes, I did good this time.
So she has an issue because
I can't eat pork.
Oh
So,
my goodness.
It makes me sick. I cannot eat it, and it's the worst because my husband cooks the best.
Yes.
You know, the best pork butts, the best ribs, and they look amazing. And I just want to eat it, but I know if I eat it, I'm going to be sick. So that's not very fun.
So the chicken's for you.
The chicken is for me. I can eat brisket a little bit, but the brisket will kind of bother me some too. But
and she can do well with turkey too. So
Yeah,
I do a
turkey.
real good turkey.
Yeah.
So when people think about like turkey and Thanksgiving, it's totally different. It's so moist. It got so much flavor in it that it's totally different from your average turkey.
So I'm coming to you for Thanksgiving to help out with the turkey.
I'll be glad to.
Okay.
Be glad to. Be glad to. Be glad to. And she did say I'm the best. I'm not the best. I'm still learning. I want to back up.
I mean, I'm
still
looking
The
at a
best
bunch
I've
of
had so
trophies.
far.
I'm learning.
looking at a bunch of
I'm learning.
trophies. I'm looking at someone that swept to the competition a few weeks ago.
I'm learning. I'm learning.
Yes.
I'm enjoying it. I'm learning.
Well, you have a huge competition coming up. I know we talked about, and you're going to be competing against a lot of people. I wish you so much luck in that.
Thank you.
I'll be cheering for you from Halifax, and I want to know, like, after that, after you win, we're going to speak it into existence,
All
right?
Yeah.
What's next? Like, what are you doing? What are your goals?
All right. So we're so fortunate enough as far as this upcoming tournament that Hitachi is a partial sponsor for this event. So we're glad of that. Afterwards, we're gonna be in Yanceyville, North Carolina for their 4th of July celebration. What they doing on June 27th.
Yep.
And then we'll be in Red Hill in Brookneal on the 4th of July for their celebration. And then we got some other events coming up. I think in October, I got a competition I'll do like in Ringo area, but then I'm looking at doing another KCBS tournament in Rocky Mount, North Carolina. So the ones around here are local, but the other ones are on a whole nother stage and takes more preparation, more everything. These are great to get you prepared.
Yeah.
Those are on a whole nother level, and so it takes some. More money, more this, more that, but we are working towards a food trailer is what we're working towards.
I love that.
Some people say brick and mortar. I don't know if that'll happen. I'm not saying that's something I want because I like to move, I like to go.
Yeah.
So the food trailer is ideal for us. If brick and mortar come, that's one thing, but food trailer is it. And
I
I'll
can't
be
wait to see
happy
it.
as I can be.
I can't wait to see that. I mean, speak it into existence. I am here for it. How can people follow this journey that you're on?
So right now, we are on my page, Anthony L. Womack. We'll create a Chucky's Barbecue page soon. And so those are the two avenues right now.
And tell me about Chucky's. How is that name?
So I'm glad you asked. I wondered what you were going to ask. Why did you ask that? Why did you ask that?
I don't know. I'm asking. I want to know.
What? So
better late than never.
You're right. I'm glad you did. So Chucky comes from my stepdad.
Yeah.
So my stepdad, wherever I went or whatever I did, Little League baseball, graduations or whatever it was, he was always there. When I started Misunderstood, which is a group that mentors young guys 10 to 18, he would always be there when we had family functions. And so I was looking to start my name for my organization, and he had passed away. And so this is a tribute to him. His name is Howard Felliston, and so his nickname was Chucky.
Yes.
And so this is it. This is the push. I'm glad you asked.
Yes, Chucky's Barbecue.
I'm glad you
I
asked.
mean, the best around, I promise. There are some Really amazing people. It is a community. I encourage everyone that's watching and listening to attend all of the local barbecue competitions that are coming up in our areas. Support Chucky's. It's amazing. It truly is. It's a vibe and it's such good food. And I can't wait to have some of your barbecue and brisket and all of the things next time I'm out and you're competing. And, I really do wish you so much luck in your upcoming competition. I hope everything is linked. So Anthony's page is linked. Click on him, add him as a friend, follow him, and you can find out what's going on at the competition. Are you going to be posting?
Yeah, I'll be posting.
Okay.
I'll definitely be posting.
Okay. And, I just really appreciate y'all being here today.
I'm
Thank
glad.
you for having us.
I'm glad you asked.
Yes.
I appreciate you asked. I kept wondering why you was asking, And so I was able to go through and look through our pictures from last year and this year, and just so you was smiling like you're doing now.
Yeah.
And so it was cool, and just so much, some of the kids said they want to come back to the table. And so I'm glad you asked. I'm glad we're here. I'm glad we're able to do it. Glad we're putting a smile on people's faces.
You are.
With barbecue.
With barbecue and so
barbecue.
many other ways that you give back to the community and help out. And so just really appreciate the mentorship that you provide to so many and bringing smiles to faces.
Yeah. And we have been able to do some events that we provide food to people for free in the community, just a way of giving back. So I just believe whatever type of gift that God has given us, I can use it to give back, and definitely He can get some glory out of it. But even when I was cutting hair, we would do free haircuts for the kids going back to school. This year, last year we was able to help TC do the smoked turkeys and stuff for the community to give out. So we just are very big about community, our community, and to see it grow and just to be one and enjoy each other.
I appreciate everything you do so much. I know the community does, and you just continue making people smile through barbecue, because I can't wait to see you win this upcoming weekend. Okay? It's going to happen. Let's go. And thank you everyone for watching and listening to this episode of Hello, Hello.
Hello, hello.
Continue rating, reviewing, subscribing, tuning in every week. We appreciate you so much. Follow Anthony's journey, Chucky's Barbecue. You want to follow him. He is amazing. And we will see you next week. Bye.